Hello, 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 and welcome to JoJab Productions Thornageddon 2019 Men's Pro Open Lead Card. This is Oscar Mert, and we've got Scottie Saylor.
Yeah, Scottie McNugget commentary, as Oz likes to call us. We can't think of anything else right now. Leave your guys' suggestions, or if you're local, just feel free to message us, let us know. On the card today, we have Calvin Caldwell in the lead at -2. We have Matthew Blakely at -1, Zach Arlinghaus at even, and Gary Costa at +1. So a pretty tight race up top.
4 exciting players. Calvin, coming out of nowhere. I haven't seen him play in a while, but the Caldwells are everywhere.
Oh yeah, I play at school with Calvin. Calvin is an all-around great player, very smooth backhand, consistent putt. Really a great player to keep your eyes on in the local scene.
Awesome, man. Excited to watch him play. I didn't get to see this. So hole 1, here we go. 370 feet.
Just really kind of like a straight to hyzer finish for the righties. There's a Mando on the left, which really doesn't come into play. You can go over the top if you have a big arm, but I think the more traditional play is just to go up the middle.
It's always a great fun hole to start on.
Yeah, Calvin left his drive a little bit short. This day was really windy, as you can see by the trees. So,
Matthew Blakely, another great player. We've probably seen him on coverage before.
Oh yeah, very smooth backhand player as well. Can throw the forehand too. It's looking
super nice guy, I gotta say.
Absolutely. His drive looked a little bit inside, so he's gonna have a little bit of an upshot.
Oh,
Zach, can't say enough about this kid, man. He's done so well this year on tour. Really is making a name for himself.
Is he wearing a Boston hat?
I'm not sure. I couldn't see.
I saw it be on there.
He also turns his drive over. It looks like they're probably teeing off into a little bit of headwind with as hard as that flipped.
All right, we got Gary. Mr. Costa floating it straight through. Get through there.
Yeah, it's looking really good.
Oh, of course.
Just caught one of the
Good
last trees. Yeah.
They're good protector trees. That's what they do.
You can see this left side's pretty hard to get out from. Blakely gonna have to go to a forehand roller just to get around.
Oh, that got a little floppy on the landing.
Yeah, just turned it over a little too quick. Gonna have a long putt for his par.
He needs longer socks.
Of course, Calvin.
Just hitting a tree, little misdirect.
Yeah, caught one of the late trees. He'll have a long putt for his par as well. Zach looking to get up and down.
Oh yeah, just lay right next to
right through
the basket, just like that. Very nice.
Yeah, hole 1's kind of a bonus birdie in this kind of wind. It's a really tough get.
Oh, good backstop. Good backstop. But if you miss the backstop, for those that don't know, on the left and right, there's just paths that go down and you're in trouble.
Oh yeah, you're almost looking at almost no putt from
shot,
there.
Gary.
Yeah, great 2 from Costa to start the tournament, or the second round. Calvin lining up his par save.
Oh, there's the path. There's a danger. That's a scary putt.
Yeah, it looks like his sat pretty well. See if he can make his bogey come back.
Great recovery.
Absolutely, dead center. I'd be willing to say half the discs in Calvin's bag are probably older than his. They're all Pete's, which is his father, for those of you who don't know.
That was great. All right, hole 2, par 3, 280. This one, going off the blues. I think we're all going off the blues today, so.
Yeah, to the B position, it's really just a straight, almost mid-range or putter shot. Just anything that you can get through the gap on and stop with.
And if that holds that line, that's going to be really
It's looking
smooth.
perfect.
Wow, great shot.
Bullseye hit for Gary. Zach looking to really match that line. Had the ideal flight on it.
But lefty.
Yes, lefty, of course.
But the lefty. Not the right throw lefty.
Catches that last guardian tree. He'll have about a little bit inside circle's edge putt. Calvin going up the gut. Needs to get up a little bit.
Oh, man, a little short. Looks like he's got his phone in his pocket. Man, it's got to be weighing him down. It don't matter, Blakely.
I'm kind of the same way. I like having my phone in my pocket when I play. It's just something I've gotten used to. But he does fight through, and he'll have a nice putt for his birdie as well.
On the backside, that'll be good.
Calvin with a long birdie putt. Give it a good run. Sat well for his par.
Good putt, Zach.
Yeah, Zach connects for his birdie. Moved to 1 down.
It's a pretty tight race.
Blakely with his birdie try from about 20. Connects. And for the time being, we're all tied at -1 right now. Calvin connects for his par.
Saves him, that's all right.
Yeah, and Gary will come and drop in his birdie to take sole possession of the lead here.
All right. Off to hole 3. Par 3. 310.
Yeah, hole 3 from the Blues.
Such a fun hole.
This really is. It's kind of an odd or an interesting shape for local players. It's really going to be a forehand skip shot, trying to get as far right as you can, or a really high and inside turnover are going to be the lines you see here.
That's maybe a little sawed off.
Yeah, just a little bit tight. There's a couple of
That's the
trees
line.
down the fairway that you're wanting to hyzer just before. It's really easy to go long on this hole as well.
So, this hole's not meant for a lefty.
If he gets a good skip, he might
That's
find
good.
his way down
Get
there.
down there.
And that's the, I'd say, less typical mistake is finishing straight. More often than not, you'll see players saw it off, but he'll have a long putt from there.
That was a joke, by the way. Thank you. Thank you. Keep going. They'll give him a look for it. Look at it.
I gotta say, this is probably one of the more fun putts to run in the area. It's placed so far downhill, and the ground will play as a backstop at that elevation. So you can expect both of them to give good runs.
Pulling out the forehand here. Skip.
Yeah, it's looking really nice if he gets a skip. Doesn't really get the one he's looking for,
Yeah.
though.
A little Velcro. I think it was a little more played like Velcro that day.
Yeah. Gary with a fortunate result, though, for where he is, looking right at it.
I'm pretty sure I was doing commentary very similar to this, and he sunk it.
Ooh. Just left it a
Not
little
that-
short.
That was too short. Yeah, he needed a longer putt. Then he
Yeah.
would have made it.
Calvin with the same, just leaving it a little bit short.
Good socks. I like this, Matt.
Yeah, you can always expect Blakely to have his long socks on come tournament day.
Get it. Oh!
It's a little bit right.
Yeah, didn't feel good with that release.
Zach looking the card, the only 2 on the card. Just left his a little bit low as well. Maybe some type of wind knocking everybody's putts down there.
Yeah.
Calvin makes his par putt, and the rest of the guys will tap in their pars as well.
This was a fun tournament. Obviously called Thornageddon because of all the thorny bushes there. Someone called it Treeageddon because you hit more trees than anything else. I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, this course is extremely thorny. I found the thorns a lot playing this tournament, and many of the trees are actually covered in thorns as well.
Yeah,
Which,
big Osage thorns.
oh yeah.
Keeps the mammoths away. Hole 4, 310. Or wait, no, I'm sorry. Pin C is 375, par 3.
Yeah, 2 main tunnels here for the righty, saying there's a hyzer down the right gap, or you can go turnover or straight shot up the middle. Really just pick your poison, just get as far up the fairway as you can.
And for anyone that is not familiar with the area checking out this video, thank you. And thank you to everybody watching. But if you are in the area and you're not from the area, you got to check out this course. It really is really a top tier course now.
Absolutely, one of my favorites to play. This course does eat me alive, but it's just such a beautiful course with
Such a
great
fun course.
lines and wonderful holes.
The Reds play fun and short and makes you feel good. The Blues beat you up really good and puts you back down to earth. But if you have a good day, I mean, just being out there, this is a really nicely cleaned up course, and it's got everything is in position and very clear as far as directions.
Oh yeah. Calvin letting him go to the hyzer. That
that
looks
is
beautiful. If it stands
sneaky.
up.
Oh man.
Again,
telling
just
you, the
catching some of
grass,
that Velcro grass.
It is grabby.
Yeah, another thing about this course is scrambling can be tough at times. The woods are very thick here, and some of the lines really do pinch you off.
Yeah, especially playing from the blues. Once you get off the line, it can get the numbers can start to add up if you're not careful.
Yeah. Zach does a good job of putting it up close.
That was a tough look. That tree right in the way it looked like.
Yeah.
Gary trying to make something happen here.
So, just a little bit early, we'll have a close putt for his par.
Mm-hmm.
Here's Calvin looking for the solo 2.
Oh!
Just a bit left.
And a little pinch now.
Yeah, he might have found that secondary trail down there.
Get up.
Oh.
Dang.
Yeah, those little putts off the fairway here are tough. There's a lot of viney, kind of thin trees to almost have to fight with near a lot of these baskets. So giving an aggressive run and rolling away can almost cost you another stroke in a lot of areas.
Did you say Caldwell is in school with you?
Yeah, he goes to Cincinnati with me as well.
Oh, okay.
He plays ultimate as well as disc golf, so he's been around frisbee type flight his whole life.
Especially with his dad, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, he's a natural at the game.
Mm-hmm. Oh man. Oh, don't. Okay.
Oh, it's a good tree. It was heading right for that main walking path to hole 5.
I guess there's some benefit to having trees all around the basket.
Sometimes they're your friend, sometimes they're your enemy. This hole, a lot of them are your enemy. Hole 5 from the Blues plays 350 feet. It's a par 3. The main line you're looking at here for Zach, being the lefty, is going to be kind of a turnover, almost a roller, which he's electing to go for. Or for the righties, it'll be a flex forehand.
Get over. Oh,
oh, this is looking
great.
great.
Oh my goodness. Stop. He overthrew it. He went past the basket.
That's not a shot you're going to see very often,
He's in
yeah.
trouble behind the basket. That's unfortunate. Great roll, though.
Yeah, this one's definitely playing as a bonus 2 to get, and to even have a look at 2 for him is really good.
Blakely. Oh, that smacked it. That's what you call a chicken nugget.
Gary looking to line up. Probably the same line as Blakely. A little bit more inside. That'll be just fine. Still fighting through. Yeah, he'll have a long look for his 2 from there.
That's almost a little low on his drives.
Yeah, the line was looking really good. Just needed to get a little more height on it.
But great playing so far. And from what I could tell, always a positive attitude out there.
Oh yeah, Calvin's a great kid.
Wait, aren't you guys like the same age?
He's younger than me. I can call him a kid. The angle you can't really see for those of you who aren't local, but between Blakely and the basket, there's about 50 trees, and finding a gap through there can be tough, but he manages really well to get through. Really nice. Calvin looking like he has a straight shot at it, looking to just put it close, which he does.
Floats it in there really nicely.
You can see a beautiful form for him. He loves the straight shots.
Oh, really? Yeah, that's kind of... I like the straight shots, too.
Gotta say, I'm a fan of it too. Costa giving it a good run, and Zach, as you can see, finding some trouble long, as Oz mentioned. Really having to work to find a look for his birdie.
I think he's just trying to just lay it right there, right? I mean,
yeah, looking like he's going with a forehand here. Just trying to poke something through.
Got nothing.
So you can see he's, probably 25 feet away from the basket, having to go with a forehand roller just to even get a putt.
Oh, wow.
It's still rolling.
It's still rolling.
Found his way almost back to the same spot.
Oh, he's got this. Get it up.
Yeah, taking his time on his par comebacker.
What a great roller. Yes, good save.
Connects on the par save.
No harm. Oh my
no.
goodness. That's a shame.
See, that can happen sometimes out here.
You know, it happens to everybody, right?
Oh, yeah.
Just, it's no fun because dead center.
It's definitely frustrating at times. It makes the players after you,
I heard he had the Natty Boys replace that basket after that hole. Hole 6. Oh, we're going to see Andy. What?
It'd be the C basket.
Yes.
This one, probably one of my favorite holes in the area. Really a 2-shot hole. You can get an eagle on this one, but it's got to be almost a perfect drive. A very long shot.
Long shot, creek all the way on the right side.
Yeah, looking to play a straight shot that's going to finish right for the lefties. For the righties, the aggressive line would be almost like a force-over flex.
Place. Right there. And that's the shorter basket, and it's way down there.
Yeah, that's the ideal landing zone you're looking for the lefties. It's really hard to get further up than that.
From what I understand, there's a cow back there that they just let loose on the field to, cut the grass.
Yeah, there are rumors of people playing through and finding cows out here. There are even signs on the course that will say something of the sorts of "Beware of the cows." I'm not sure what the exact phrase is.
Right in the backswing on, what hole is that? Like
seven,
I think?
yeah.
Right on the backswing. They were watching. It's like the Far Side. You remember the Far Side? It's those cows.
Looks like we got 4 great tee shots from the group right now.
There.
Everybody finding the landing zone, nobody getting caught early.
All right, here's the second part of it.
Yeah, on the upshot, the river, as you see, there might be a little bit of opening behind those 2 trees on the right. About 20 feet, you could find the river, but most of these players are trying to play away from it. Blakely electing to play towards it, though, having to lean out on the forehand.
Wow, he almost parked that basket right there.
Yeah, that is
in the group of trees just to the left.
I believe that's the A basket.
That's the A,
yes.
Right? Find a way.
Firing a zone at it, it looks like. Just over the top of the basket and sits. That's a great upshot.
Such a lovely forehand.
Calvin throwing his approach.
Calvin's just going for the basket.
League are really making this hole look easier than it is.
I love this. It's like 2 young guys, 2 older, tenured guys.
Yeah, definitely. 2 new faces.
Separate age groups,
I wouldn't say new, but younger faces.
Right.
And 2 of the older local veterans.
Yep.
Been around for a long time and have really made good careers for themselves.
And always probably, they've played with these kids often in the past, I'm sure. And I know how Gary and Matt are, and I'm sure they were always supportive and encouraging these guys when they were much younger to, stay positive and help them with their game.
Yeah. Impending Calvin's putt, it's like we're going to take the star frame on the difficult hole 6. Definitely can't say we got a star frame on my card.
Wow. Yeah.
That's a really
good one.
Great way to play that hole.
Oh, here we go. Hole 7.
Hole 7, as Oz mentioned, if you turn around on this tee pad, you can actually see the farm where those cows live.
If you like farm smells for a minute, it's a fun space to be. It brings back memories of the farm.
Yeah. Hole 7, difficult hole for the lefty. Zach throwing his forehands right-handed, so really doesn't have the shape for this hole.
Oh, okay.
This shape's really good for a righty backhand, so him electing to go for the forehand roller is really the only way he can get close aside from a straight shot. But everybody else looking to just take a mid or putter right up the gap and just miss these trees.
That tree.
That is the tree to beat on this hole. If you miss that left or right, you'll be all right.
And
Calvin turning his drive over a little bit, but I think he got through clean.
Good
little tree love at the end. He'll have a putt from there.
Mm-hmm.
Just inside the circle, maybe a little further inside. Gary looking to do a bunch of the same.
Come back left.
Just a little bit short, and he'll have a putt from there as well.
Wow, that's a tough looking putt though.
Yeah, behind the basket, there's a trail to the next hole that can cause a lot of rollaways.
This is going to be interesting. I'd like to see what happens here.
Yeah, for the second time this round, Blakely having to go to the forehand roller to get out of the woods.
Oh,
this one's looking really well, though.
Oh,
that's a great shot from there.
That is just educational.
Yeah, it's a difficult up and down from that spot. He made it look easy.
Mm-hmm. So nice.
See how hard of a run Zach gives this one. Catches some early branches and sits.
Luckily, I think that kind of helped it slow down.
Yeah, I think that would have.
I don't know.
If it didn't hit metal, I'd think it was going long.
Yeah, hold on.
Gary with a good sit as well. As you can see, that green can roll away really fast. if you get any type of air going past the basket.
It's called brown. That brown.
Calvin lining up the 2.
Ay. Wow, that thing just hung on, it looked like.
Oh, yeah. Likely to save his par after the great upshot.
All
He
right.
connects.
Nice and easy.
Yep.
I've still yet to play around with him. We keep talking about it, but we gotta make that happen. Oh, chicken nuggets.
I've yet to either. I've not played with Gary or Blakely, but they seem like really good competitors, always putting up good rounds.
Oh my goodness, there's a little bit of yipping going on here.
Yeah, as you can see, that little bit of slope off the back makes that comeback a little more difficult than you'd want.
As you can see, D&D, the real disc and dat, thanks for the support, and go out there and support them. Local disc golf shop.
Yeah, thanks Dan for all the work he does in the community.
Dan Bayless.
He's a great guy.
Awesome dude.
Moving on to hole 8, par 3, 415 feet. This is a really difficult 2 to get. I'd venture to say we probably won't see a 2 here, but some of these guys could surprise me. It's a big, for the righties, a turnover shot that's going to kind of stall back to flat. It's a really difficult line to hit. A lot of these guys probably happy to get away with a 3 on this hole. See Blakely probably lining up the backhand turnover.
Oh wow.
This is looking really
nice.
pretty.
Look at that. It just flipped
Just
up.
gets the flat. Yeah, that's going to be way up there. He'll have an easy approach for his 3.
Easy, eh?
As easy as it can be on this hole.
Nothing's easy here.
Nothing is easy here, but that's a tee shot
It's
that
better than
you're happy with.
Yeah.
If you want to talk about difficult upshots, down
Yeah.
there is where I found myself during the round, and that is not
That's
an
jailing.
easy upshot.
Yeah, you need to get out of jail free card.
Yeah, Gary looking for a safer play, not even trying to push too far, just wants to get up
Actually,
there.
right on top of the hill, if it, a little bit more where it landed, I think would have been great.
Yeah, right is typically the landing zone you want on this hole. It takes a lot of the trees out of play, and you really have a straight shot at it, like Calvin is looking at here. Going right at the basket with a rock, it looks like maybe an AVR. It's a good tree to hit there. It was definitely blowing past it. See Zach in a difficult spot, looking at a forehand roller again. You'll notice there's a theme here. There's a lot of forehand rollers getting out of the woods here, as we mentioned, really thick.
Oh man, that tree got him.
Oh yeah.
But he's no stranger to the forehand roller.
Oh yeah.
Wish I had a good forehand roller.
It definitely comes in handy out here.
It does.
Zach looking to just get up and down to save his bogey. That's a great approach from there.
Mm-hmm.
Displaying some good touch with the backhand Anheuser.
Yeah, you need a good short game here too.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Scrambling is key here if you get off the fairway. Blakely with the long look at 2.
It's a nice looking line through there.
Going through the gap.
Oh man.
Just doesn't quite get the Anheuser, but stays close for his par putt.
And avoids the trees.
Yeah, that's always important.
Oh.
Calvin just leaving his putt out wide for his par. You can see he's a little bit disappointed with that miss.
Uh-huh. Obviously. Gotta forget about it and move on. Blakely looks pretty cool in the light. Do you see that?
Yeah.
He's like glowing.
You get some of those cool shots out in here with the canopy kind of opening here and there. Just glowing.
Doves are flying around. Hole 9.
Hole 9, again, another
Halfway mark.
hole that shapes really well for the righty hyzer. Really looking to throw something overstable and get as far left as you can. Really trying to play a skip to help with that. Another hole, I'm interested to see what Zach plays off the tee here. It's a really difficult lefty hole. Especially if you don't have that lefty forehand.
This
is looking really good for Blakely as long as it gets through. No skip.
It's what? Yeah, it was so sticky, that grass.
Might have hit one of the famous Osage acorns on the ground, as we call them.
Yep, that could have been it. Gary putting everything into that one.
Yeah, looking to get a skip. Gets a
Still,
little bit, but
no skips today.
Yeah, the grass is probably really thick today. It's hard to find some of the hard pan out here where the grass isn't quite grown. See everybody really throwing it low, trying to get the skip.
First
Calvin
skip.
finds it.
Gets him a putt.
Yeah, looking at probably circle's edge putt there. Maybe a little outside.
I left my drink there. Did you see that? That's where I left it. Man.
Let's see Zach letting go air shot here. Maybe roller? It's looking like he's lining up a roller, actually.
Oh,
it's the same disc he
stumped.
rolled on 5.
You got stumped.
He did. Getting stumped is pretty easy to do out here. As you see, there's a lot of trees that have been cut down over the years to free up some of these lines.
That's
not
bad.
Yeah, it's looking good for his par. Blakely with a long look at his too. See if any of our players can connect with their putts for birdie. Oh, just off the top.
Dang.
Costa giving it a good run. Just hangs out a little bit left as well. Calvin staring down his 2 as well, looking like just outside the circle.
He's gonna need this. Well, you could use it, that's for sure.
Just off the cage.
Right there.
Yeah. Good putt for Zach to save his par.
Yes, sir. Doing a little ring around the rosy with the leader.
Yeah, lead changes pretty often out here.
It's still really tight. We got 9 more holes coming up. Again, guys, thanks so much for watching. If you really like this stuff and you want to support something local, get out there and like and subscribe to Joe Jav on YouTube and support our sponsors. They'll be coming up here shortly.
Yeah, again, to wrap up, Blakely's in the lead, 1 stroke over Calvin Caldwell at -2, and Gary and Zach are 3rd on the card, tied at even. Again, thank you guys so much. Subscribe to Joe Jav Productions.
Eifling Plastic, DND, thanks so much for supporting, and thanks to the Natty Boys for running the event.
Yep, and stay tuned for the back 9 coverage.